So my fencing bucket's an ever evolving thing. I'm still kind of learning. Right now it's pretty heavy. I've been carrying it in my side-by-side, so I carry more weight on it. But if I'm gonna be on a four-wheeler or something, or I kind of have a little bit more specific, know what I'm doing, I'll cut back on it. But I've been fencing a lot lately, fixing old fence, and so this is just a ratcheting type tensioner. I like it for anything, hook it onto an end or splicing two pieces of wire that are pretty far apart. It works pretty good. It's a good tool. If you have just loose wire that you want to tension up a little bit, I bought this Texas fence stretcher, and I like it a lot. You put your wires in here, pull it tight, and then you just put another piece of wire around it and wrap it through the loop. I may have shot some video. I think I lost the videos I shot on that. Maybe I'll shoot some more here pretty soon. I do like it. It's hard to stretch wire with long distance. So if you're gonna have one, just get the ratcheting type. I don't know what they call them, but they sell them at the farm stores. The Texas fence stretcher, if you've just got some loose wire, it's an awesome tool. It'll tighten it right on up, especially that older wire that I'm dealing with a lot in this old fence. Just a pair of loppers. If I'm not gonna carry the chainsaw, I'll carry an axe or another saw. Hammer, I like hammers for steeples. Had Eli working with me, so I've had two hammers in here. Crimping tool, something I haven't had a lot of experience with yet. I usually just hand tie my high tensile, but I think this would be a good tool on old barbed wire. The crimps are kind of expensive, and I've got the barbed wire, so I haven't been using it for that, but I did buy it. It's not quite strong enough to twist that high tensile. So we got that so he could help me out with my corners. Stretchers for electric fence wire. Got a couple of these Gallagher T-post insulators. They're okay. You can nail them or screw them, or they're kind of multi-purpose, so I like to carry them with me. On my older fence posts, I found they won't fit. So that's been the only issue I found with them, is getting them to fit on some of the older fence posts that are a little too wide, because they have to be able to go inside that. Rubber mallet, not sure why that's in there, but it's in there. These are my favorite fencing pliers. They're just awesome. You can twist wire, pull wire, move steeples, hammer in steeples. If you're gonna have just one pair, like these, they're a little bit more easier to maneuver in and out and stuff. But if I'm just carrying one hammer, this is a really good backup tool. Again, if I just have one, I want this one. But if you're pounding a lot of steeples, this is a good tool too. Just when you're trying to get sometimes in under a steeple, or twisting wire or something, this narrowness of this one works a little better than this one. But both good tools. I probably ought to oil them up a little bit better. Just a pair of lineman's pliers. I've got a pair of Knipex or Nipex, and then this is I think a Crescent brand. They actually got left out, lost for a day or two, so both sets are actually pretty rusty. I can't say these are a little cheaper. I've been shocked through the handles. One time I think it must have a cut in it or something, but I don't like to carry these as my one tool option in my little pack that I carry around on my four-wheeler, because these will get me shocked. An old screwdriver, flathead screwdriver. I like to use this with the Texas fence stretcher. Get in there, twist that new barbed wire up. I bought this a while ago. I kind of lost it, hadn't used it for a while. Was needing a little extra help twisting the barbed wire ends together tight, and this is just a good cheap little tool. So I went and found it, and he was able to help me a lot more efficiently once I got that going. My steeples are actually in my side-by-side. I didn't think I'd have to be doing any steeples today, but these electric galvanized roofing nails is kind of what I use on those Gallagher insulators. So I've got some of those in here. I do a lot of different stuff for my electric fence. Some of them just ends up in here. I figured I might as well talk about it. I like these Gallagher high strain insulators for the high tensile fence. They're a good option. There's a couple more brands out there that are fine. Just the high tensile crimps for when I get back to working on my high tensors. I do have the multi-tool in here. I don't like the Leathermans. It never gets used, but it's in here. It's actually supposed to be in my wife's car. This one's better. The ones, if you're gonna buy the Leatherman, the problem is the replaceable bits, the replaceable blades right here are trash, in my opinion. I had one set, I couldn't even cut through this smooth 16 gauge just electric fencing wire with them before they broke. But this one's you know, directly part of the system. But the saw and the other tools on here just they just weren't up to what I was used to with the Leatherman. I went back and bought another Leatherman. So that one's going back in my wife's car now that I know where it's at. Now Leatherman, this is the Surge. They also have those replaceable blades, but they are superior. I can cut high tensile with this if I had to. You don't want to do that. I kind of know my limitations now. But smooth wire all day long. And for one tool option, this Leatherman Surge. I had the Wave, but the Surge has a couple more tools and all and stuff that I do use. And just Leatherman's a good product. It's all I carry anymore when I need it. A couple other nails. Yeah, so I do have some, just some old sweet rub of mine from Lambert's barbecue container full of steeples. And I've got a couple of these, I don't know what you call them, barbed wire twitch fence holders. It holds your barbed wire onto your steel posts. They are kind of handy. I used to just use smooth wire, but I do use them occasionally. That's pretty much everything in here worth talking. These are I don't like these, that soft plastic. If you're gonna buy some, I would not recommend those if you're planning on using them for very long. While saying that, I do recommend these harder plastic ones, but they do break too. So the Gallagher ones are probably what I'm moving to more and more, but between these two you get at the store, these tend to tear with that metal wire quite a bit. So I like these better, but as you can see, it is broken, so they get brittle. That was probably on a fence for 6 years. Well, I do have an axe here on my side, just to cheat. This one's actually, I think, a Buck Knives. Yep, that's a Buck Knives brand. I've got a Leatherman, just a fiberglass handled one that I carry on my everyday pack. That way I can, if I have the electric fence, I need to hammer in a fiberglass post or something, I'm not gonna get electrocuted if I come off and whack it. Wood might work, I just get tired of getting shocked. So. Other than that, we've just got some barbed wire here, just a roll. I don't like using the little high tensile stuff unless I'm building a new fence. I like using that big loose stuff it's easier to manipulate and it's not gonna just jump off the reel and grab you and be just horrible to work with. But you know, if I guess if you had some left over or something, you can do it. It's just, it doesn't bend very easy. And I like this higher gauge, lower tensile, and then that tool lets me carry it and move it along. So that's what's in my fencing bucket today. Probably got a few other stuff in the car, but that's the main thing I carry. So hope that helps.